Hey, y'all, sometimes we just need a hug. I was at a medical facility recently in line, and the lady in line behind me was crying, and I tried not to look at her or respond to her, and I tried my best. And so I'm like, okay, Carmen Marie encouragement, right? So what should I do? I'm like, God, what do you want me to do with that? I'm in line. She's in line, she's crying, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just trust you on this. You ever have stuff playing over in your head in the matter of seconds? You processing all of this stuff in your head. So I'm thinking, in the matter of seconds, I'm thinking these thoughts. Okay, you got to be careful about who you approach, especially today, and you have to get permission in some cases. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna trust you in this situation. So I went and stand next to the lady and I asked her, "Can I give you a hug?" And she responded, "Yes." So when I hugged her, she just dropped, y'all. Her head just dropped on my shoulder as if she was releasing, her feelings. And I patted her back and gave her a tissue, and that was it. Now, it took a lot of courage to do that. Yes, I do like to encourage, but I need to use wisdom when doing so, and especially, like I said, especially today. So now, was that hug going to resolve her situation? Probably not, but it gave her some sense of comfort during the moment to let her know that somebody do care. Sometimes we just need to know that people do care about us. Um, but I wanted to share this with you. I had asked God to help me to be aware of what's happening around me, to keep me, sometimes we could be so focused on what we're trying to get done till we miss what we're supposed to be doing. So, when you are like if you have a purpose in life, you understand that sometimes your purpose is happening in the moment. Sometimes we're trying to get to our destination, and it's what's happening right in front of us that we need to respond to, or or help or assist someone. Now, that's not always easy, especially if you're rushing. You have an appointment. I didn't personally have an appointment. I was with my husband. He had an appointment, but I was in line, and I tried my best not to respond, respond to her, but I did, and I feel good about doing so. Also, there were some other people there. Was they arrived late at their appointment, so they couldn't. The medical assistant, or whatever the person is, came and told her that she would not be seen on that particular day because she was late. She was 5 minutes late. So the lady was trying to explain to her why she was late, and no matter what she said, she was just saying, "I'm sorry, you're gonna have to reschedule." She was being nice about it. So the person who was late, she went into more detail about it. Now at this point, she's sharing with the woman the details of why she's late, how much it took for her to get there, and So I want to say this. So I think she asked her to have a seat, and she was going to see what she can do to work her in. Now, I thought about that. So when we have appointments, sometimes it's easy for us to, we just jump up, get dressed, get in our car, get to that appointment, done. But some people have to, some people catch Uber, Lyft, don't have a car, got to pay somebody to drive them. And it took, some people have disabilities, and they take a little extra to get, to get themselves ready. Some people, are in a wheelchair. It's a list of things of what people have to do just to get to an appointment. So I thought about that, and I also thought about, to be more aware of what's going on around us, because we think sometimes things is just so easy. We live in this life, we got it so smooth, but it only takes a second for those abilities that we have to be taken away from us. So I wanted to share that with you. And I'm going to refer to my notes because this is not I got to make sure I get you the message. Not all what's coming from my head, it's in my heart, but I have written down some stuff so I can tell you, make sure I get the message out. So I thought about this too. Now this is kind of like a little side note, but if we're late for an appointment, let's just say 5 minutes, and I'm not talking about the people who are late that you just decided you're gonna get up at the last minute because it only takes 20 minutes to get there. You didn't factor in any delays, any situations with traffic or any of that. So I'm talking about the ones who really tried to do. Some of us, we have an appointments, and we prepping the day before. We land what we're gonna wear. Let me see the process of what it's gonna take to get there. Some of us are really detailed about that, right? So I'm not talking about them, but let's say, what about you ever got to an appointment, and the doctor has canceled, have an emergency that came up, and they can't make the appointment? But you didn't get the call until you got there, so you done did all of this prepping to get there, right? Now, we don't get paid for them not showing up. We just say, oh, I'm so sorry, y'all, the doctor had an emergency come up. Well, that should, in some cases, work both ways. That's just my thought on that. It should just work both ways. So when you are hurting to the point where, now some of us are not going to be transparent about the hurt, or the pain, or that we need a hug. Now, don't be fooled about people we see all dressed up, look like we got it all going on, me included. I'm just saying, we got it all going on. We got this, because that is not so. Even though I get on here and I do encouragement, this is the real deal, y'all. I'm not gonna ever deceive you to think that I got everything that I'm sharing with you. Oh, I got this down. No. I do know I use my previous experiences, and I've used what God has already shown me and done for me to get me through some things. Sometimes I do have to pause. That pausing helps me to get to the next thing that I need to do. So I do want to say that. Also, I want to say, let me see what else I want to share. I want to share the scriptures before I go any further. Psalms 73:26. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and portion forever. So even when we don't have the strength to do so, I'm going to always tell you the strength comes from the Word of God. So let's clear that up. I'm a Christian. I'm straight up. God is my source. Jesus is my source. Okay? So I want to clear that up. Make sure that you are aware of that, because all these hugs that we need when the time when we are feel so defeated, they're very comforting, but our comfort that's going to take us long term is because of our relationship with Christ. That's my response to this. That may not be your fate. Okay, also I wanted to share with you, let me make sure I'm getting all my little thoughts out about the appointment. I want to share this with y'all because, and this is something that maybe, I don't know, might embarrass my family. It definitely is not going to embarrass me, but I want to share something that other people may not tell you. See, we're going to act like we got it all going on, and although we may be in a better position today, we may not we only want to share the good. We don't want to share the hardships or some type of situation we have that's not so popular or don't look so pretty. Okay, so I want to share this little note with you about when you don't be ashamed when you go through your hard times, because whatever it is that you're going through, and when you do get to the great moments that we like to live in the most, it's those hard times that get us to that position. So I want to share this with you. I quit my job in the education system a while back, way a while back. But I did so because you ever have that thing in you where you feel like, okay, if I don't stop doing this thing, I feel like I might just die. Now, this is the thing. If God tells you to stop doing something, He will provide for you. Now, during the time when I quit the education system, I said this out. I say some things verbally that I'm like, okay, I'm going to quit even if I have to do this, or this. So be careful what comes out of your mouth, because you might have to do those things. And it was something simple like, if I got to eat peanut butter and jelly, oh, I'm done. I can't not live in these four walls like this, right? So there was a time I went to the gas station. This is the part I'm gonna share with you that other people may not share with you, because they just want to share the pretty moments with you. So I went to the gas station, and I didn't tell my husband about this because my husband has always provided for me, always. But I had too much, I don't know if it was pride, but I'm like, okay, I am not going to him to let him know I need gas money. So I took my change. I went to the gas station, and this lady told me, she said, look, I'm gonna take this money, these coins this time, but I'm not doing this again. Now, I was like wanting to cover my head, cover my face and everything, but guess, okay, I made it through that day. Now, what do you think I did the next time I had to use them coins? I just went to another gas station. And that person took the coins with no problem. So I want to say to you, those moments are not very popular to share, but I want to be real with you. It's okay to ask for help. It was okay for me to go to my husband and say, look, I need gas money. What do you think he would have done? He would have filled up my tank with gas, right? But no, we want to feel like we got this, we got it on our own. And I do want to say this. If God is telling you to do a certain thing, sometimes we have to look stupid for him. And I don't mean be uncomfortable. So it could have been that he was showing me, I'm going to see how much you're going to trust me with your life. Because when you're looking stupid or uncomfortable, or people's like, well, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Look, don't listen to those people. You need to stay connected with God. Make sure you stay in line with him, and you're going to be all right. Let's see, anything else I want to tell you all, no matter what you're going through, if you need a hug, get a hug. I think that's it for today. I'm not sure how long this video is going, but I don't want to go too far. Let's see. I want to say, I had a little note here to share that when I shared the coin situation at the gas station. Oh my gosh. So you know how one of the thoughts is that, you know, the song that Stevie Wonder have about he's talking about his mother and the struggles they had during the days, you know, and you can see where he is now. Honey, he is not struggling, but back in the days his mom was struggling. He made this song. It's called, I'm not sure of the title, but it was like, doing just enough for the city. Now, it was a lot of struggles his mom had to get them to school, to get them, for her to get to work. And I thought about that with this coin thing. And I had, I had just enough money to get the gas for that day. And Lord, I was trying to get to that gas station, hoping I didn't run out of gas, y'all. So some of y'all looking at me probably saying, why is she sharing all that? Because see, my grandmother used to say, oh, just live long enough. Live long enough, you're going to have your own stories. So for those who need hugs, there's someone out here that care about you. And if you're not the one that needs a hug, look around you, because someone needs one. So that's it for today, y'all. I just want to say peace. And tea time, look in the description for the call to action and what tea times mean. But before I end, I'm having ginger tea with a little honey. And I'm drinking out of my peace cup today. So for those who watch to the end, you can see this. And if you didn't watch to the end, oh well. still a little warm, y'all.
All right, peace and tea time.